Hey gang, we are at the Nashville Film Festival 2015. Not as peppy as I typically am because we just saw this film called The Tribe. It's a very interesting film. It's all done in sign language, but there's no subtitles and there's no audible dialogue. You're kind of watching this film and you're piecing it together on your own, and I thought that was a very interesting way of storytelling, wouldn't you think?
Super interesting. I was really excited when I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
And I was excited for a while.
Yeah.
While we were watching it.
Yeah.
And then that dissolved.
The novelty of that wore its welcome.
Yeah, the synopsis is it's about a kid that goes to a boarding school for deaf people, and he gets involved with the gang and eventually starts pimping out prostitutes and falls in love with a prostitute.
Let's talk about the framework of the film. Every single scene in the film was done in very long takes. A planned scene. That's what that is.
Fridge.
Class on. You know, you're watching the scenes. We don't know sign language, so you're piecing together by body language and by what's happening within the frame. And that was really cool to just sit and watch these things unfold and starting to piece together, okay, this is who this is what I believe they want.
I hoped that they would do a better job at it, though.
Yeah.
When I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, awesome. If they do a good job with this, I'm going to know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
And who's who, what's what. And I'm still kind of foggy. Derek has to explain a couple things to me. They kind of, not cornholed, painted themselves into a corner. I'm going to change it.
They cornholed it.
They painted themselves into a corner with the visual style because I feel like they couldn't do all of the things that maybe I wanted them to do to tell the story a little better visually. Because it was these long takes, sometimes they just overstayed their welcome.
They really, really did. Like, really, really long scenes. And some scenes that I really think led to nowhere. Like a scene where they're at a government building filling out passport paperwork.
Well,
very exciting.
So you can't sum up a scene without the dialogue. So what they have to do is literally play out the entire scene so you get a sense of the character, the action. It's not the most entertaining, but it was told, you know.
It was told, and it was visually interesting to a point.
I know what you're saying, and I know that that's what they were going for, but it was also, I feel like, really... I kept thinking the whole time the word inconsiderate. They were being really inconsiderate in that storytelling because they could have paced it better in their blocking and the way the scene was directed to fill in those gaps and make it quicker.
Yeah, a lot of fat could be trimmed on this film. A lot of fat. I believe this film could have been.
And if they wanted to stick with the one shot thing,
yeah,
fine. But pace it out so that you don't have to stick to 10 minutes of us watching someone fill out paperwork.
Another point to bring up, okay, besides the action, besides the cinematography, is the sound design of it all. There's no music.
No.
There's no dialogue, there's nothing, but they really amp up all of the other surrounding ambience of it.
I did like that.
Yeah. It really brings attention to details of noises that you don't, every day.
But they could have done it better.
We're painting broad strokes here. For a much more in-depth analysis, join us at our podcast, Who Shot First? But I think this is one that we actually kind of agree on.
I feel like I probably like it the most, then Derek, than you.
Again, I really did admire it and enjoy it up to a point, and then it was like, all right, enough of that.
No, there's that one scene that really, I think, breaks the film for a lot of people. We won't go into it, but it obviously made some of the people in the audience leave.
There were people in front of us who I saw leave, and then the fella next to me, we were both just like, rate it. Between poop or whoop. Ultimately, sum of all the parts, I'm going to have to say poop. Certain parts were very cool, very unique. I'd definitely call this a unique film. But ultimately, I don't think it's unique enough to warrant me recommending it to anybody.
I'd give this one maybe like a fart in front of your family. It's kind of like you're kind of ashamed that you did it, but it's natural.
Derek's rating between poop or whoop? That's the barometer?
Yeah.
I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to say whoop.
You're going to say whoop.
I'm going to say whoop.
You would recommend this film to people?
Um,
To a certain...
that's not what whoop means to me. Whoop means I'm going to watch it again. I do. I need to watch it again because I feel like at times I wasn't latching on to what they were doing. And
Yeah.
I want to at least understand what they were doing
There were a few
and then
parts
tell
where-
them why they shouldn't have done it that way.
So yeah, let's wrap this thing up. Find us on iTunes. Who Shot First is the name of our podcast. A link in the description below. And I'm Garrett Delosier. This is...
Hunter Perschbacher.
And this is...
Derek Oxford.
He's just so handsome. Look at him. Girl, get it.
I want to go where they go. I want to know